My name is Ayu,
And my name is Yusi.
your Master of Ceremony in today's event. It's such a great honor and pleasure to welcome all of you here in Cirebon.
We are delighted to host you here for 3 days academic gathering that brings together educators, researchers, and professionals from around the world.
To begin our event today, we are going to listen to beautiful reciting of Holy Quran by Sabtiani Lu'lu'atul Fajriyah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين صدق الله العظيم. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For a brief moment, we would like to invite you to rise and sing Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya, that will be led by Maulida Rahma. Thank you. Please be seated.
Honorable distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our pre-conference workshop today is going to be commenced by a welcoming address. And I would like to invite the President of AsiaCALL International Conference 2025. Please welcome Lala Bumela Sudimantara, Ph.D.
Check. All right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good afternoon to all of you, everybody. So I almost forgot that I am the president of the conference right now, because the president is actually Professor Andrew Lyon, and the vice president is Professor Ho. So good afternoon again, and distinguished scholars, professors, from Australia, from Malaysia, from Bali, Indonesia, from Vietnam, and my beloved students. And it is both a profound honor and a deeply meaningful moment for me, especially, to welcome you all in Cirebon. And this is actually the city of harmony and heritage, and hopefully this city will also become a forward-looking vision. 700 years ago, this city was the hub for interdisciplinary knowledge, everyone. People from the Middle East came here to learn linguistics, anthropology, medicine, and many, many other disciplines. And then the colonization came here, and we had a completely different view of the city. Okay, so, and I believe that this university, the Sirniawati Cirebon, as the first and the only Cyber Islamic University in Cirebon, has this forward-looking vision as well. And just 1 year ago, our institution completed a historic transformation. After decades of service, a conventional university or institute, actually, EIN, Islamic Student Higher Education, we officially reimagine ourselves as a fully digital university, UIN Cyber. And this bold evolution was not merely a change in name or modality, but it was a strategic commitment to the future, a future where Islamic values, academic excellence, and cutting-edge technology coexist and co-create in harmony. And that is why hosting the 22nd AsiaCALL International Conference, especially its theme, AI in Language Education, Opportunities, Challenges, and Future Directions, feels so timely and resonant. And as a newly cyber transformed university, we are actively navigating the very questions this conference seeks to explore. How can digital tools deepen understanding rather than dilute it? And how can we augment our creativity, intelligence using machines? And I think we have big names to answer those questions. And then the most exciting for me now is to be part of this AsiaCALL Association, and where we are celebrating of diverse voices, diverse perspective about new discourses on language education and AI. And so in this warm-up phase, in this workshop phases, we will listen deeply to the narasumber, to the speakers, Ms. Nia and Ms. Wulan, who were also my former students. And we will listen to them, right now, and we will probably question courageously and create generously. And for in this room and across the global network lie the seeds of tomorrow's transformative practices. And thank you for being here, everybody, at this very pivotal moment in this pioneering institution. I hope that we will be a pioneer in Islamic digital cyber technology in the near future. And may this workshop ignite ideas that travel far beyond these walls. So, selamat berdiskusi, selamat belajar. I'm here also to learn from all of you, everybody. And may your learning be joyful and your impact lasting forever. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lala Bumela, for the inspiring remarks and warm welcome.
And for the next welcoming address, we're going to listen from our distinguished guest from Industrial University of Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Associate Professor Pham Pu Phi Ho, PhD. Let us give a warm round of applause.
Good afternoon. So, on behalf of AsiaCALL Presidential, I'm very happy to be here with you, and I express my deepest thanks to you and keynotes, everybody. Just instead of being here with Professor Andrew Lyons, he cannot come today in person. Normally he will be, but maybe tomorrow you will see him in his welcoming remarks and keynotes. Another Vice President, Anya Lyon, she loved you so much, so she spent time to prepare for her keynotes, so she will not be here today. Another Vice President is Professor Dr. Jeremy White. He is on the way here because he has to wait other people, so he will be in Cirebon about 3, I guess, but I'm not sure if he's on time. And I'm also one of the Vice President of AsiaCALL. I joined the AsiaCALL formally in 2009. I just remember 2009 because at that time I presented my paper and published my paper, but now I recognize maybe I joined before that. So anyway, I'm very helpful to you if you need more things, information about AsiaCALL, and I hope that the new generation of AsiaCALL is you, right? You are very young, energetic, and you do a lot of research, and you come here for the conference of AsiaCALL. And AsiaCALL from now on, we focus more than just computer-assisted language learning. That's you can see the themes we have about AI. We try to make like a campaign that teachers do research about AI, help students use AI in the classroom, especially if we know that in terms of improving our proficiency in English language. So AI is, I think, the best, right? And not just for improving our pronunciations or speaking fluencies, etc. We also need AI to help us speed up our professional development in doing research. And we still discuss the conference here today is something like to help us to discuss how to make AI and how to integrate AI in our work properly, right? Properly. Because sometimes, as we have editor-in-chief of journals here, we know that a lot of research paper we receive, we know AI, but the problem is that sometimes AI generated fake citation references. So we need to discuss about future AI in education and in research also. I think that's just a short note, and then you will listen to my keynote on Sunday, okay? Thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you very much, Professor Ho, for the inspiring remark and warm welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to express our gratitude and ask blessings so that today's event will run smoothly and meaningfully. We would like to invite Lukman Anwar to lead the prayer.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina wa habibina wa syafi'ina wa karimina wa dhahrina anta maulana Muhammad wa sallim wa radiyallahu tabaraka wa ta'ala an kulli sahabati Rasulillahi ajma'in. Hamdan syakirin, hamdan na'imin, hamdan yu'afini ama huwa yukafi mazidah. Ya Rabbana kal hamdu kama yanbaghi lil jalali wajhikal karimi wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma inna nas'aluka salamatan fid din wa afiyatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizqi wa taubatan qabla al maut wa rahmatan 'indal maut wa maghfiratan ba'dal maut. Allahumma hawwin 'alaina fi sakratil maut wan najata minan nar wa lafanil hisab. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala sayyidina Muhammadin al-Fatih lima ughliqa wal khatim lima sabaqa nasril haqqi bil haqqi wal hadi ila siratikal mustaqim wa ala alihi haqqa qadrihi wa miqdarihi al-azim. Allahumma nawwir qulubana bi nuri hidayatika kama nawartal arda bi nuri syamsika abadan abada bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much to Lukman Anwar for leading us in prayer. May today's event bring us a wisdom and inspiration.
Before coming to our workshop session, I'm glad to invite all the distinguished guests to have a photo session to commemorate this special occasion. I please you to take the place. For the next photo, the distinguished guests, you may turn around And the committee will take Victor from the stage. And for the audience, please, you may stand up. Thank you so much for the distinguished guest, speaker, and all participants.
Without further ado, we're going to step into our first workshop session from our great speaker, Ms. Wulan Rahmatunisa, M.Pd, from Universitas Kuningan, with the topic AI Tools for Language Education. And this session will be led by our moderator, Anandita Malashalwa. So let's help me to welcome our moderator.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen, teachers and researchers. Come over, I want to whisper something, but welcome. Welcome to pre-conference workshop, the part event of AsiaCALL 2025. All right. This event is a major event for language teachers and researchers across Asia. And this year, thank God, we are hosting it in Cirebon, a small city with a big heart. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Anandita Malashalwa Heriana. I am a third semester from UINC Syekh Nurjati, Cirebon. And then I'm part of international office. Okay, and I say thankful to Master of Ceremony today for being me here. And it's my big honor for me to stay in front of distinguished professor from Australia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Japan, and especially Indonesia. Please give applause. Okay, all right. Before we begin, guys, I would like to share something very Indonesian with you. In our culture, we say, tak kenal maka. Please repeat again, tak kenal maka tak sayang. It's mean not knowing, not loving. Okay, it's like the idea to care you first need to connect. So now I want you to connect with our best speaker today, and I have the opportunity to our amazing research person, to Ms. Wulan Rahmatunisa, M.Pd. I respectfully invite you to the stage. Oke, selamat datang Ibu. Yeah, have a seat, ma'am. All right. Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. Still connected?
Good afternoon, Anandita.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, so great today.
Okay, let's give applause, guys. Okay, here's Mrs. Wulan Rahmatunisa. And so I'm so glad to meet you here. So let me continue, yeah? Okay, now in my hands, it's Ibu Wulan's biodata, and wow, it's seriously impressive, guys. Okay, let me read it. Okay, for the long name is Wulan Rahmatunisa, betul Ibu? Iya, and then the occupations is lecturer in Universitas Kuningan from 2012 until now. Okay, and from the educations, she is ever being in SMA Negeri 2 Kuningan, and the first degree is Major English in Universitas Kuningan, and then the second degree is Major degree also at Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. Okay. Wow, this is the professional experiences a lot. And then this first thing is she ever being speaker in NELTAL, National English Language Teachers and Lecturers Conference Malang in 2012. And then invited adjudicator in IAIN's Syekh Nurjati Debate Communication Cirebon. And then to being adjudicator in Southeast Asia Debate Open in Curtin University, Sarawak, Malaysia. And then presenter in International Systemic Functional Linguistic Congress, and being invited adjudicator also in school debating competition at Kuningan, and then being speaker in Konaplin International Conference on Applied Linguistics at Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia at Bandung. And then the last, he's ever being jury of Milmapres Universitas Kuningan from 2017 until now. Okay, let's give applause, guys. Okay, not being from professional experience. Nah, this is your additional information. She ever being the 5th champion of National University Debating Competition Cooperative for Jawa Barat at 2010, and being awardee of BPP DN Dikti 2013, and the founder of English Debating Society in Universitas Kuningan. Okay, let's give her applause, guys. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Wulan. What is impressive CV? You've worked as debated coach, a competence judge in Indonesian and abroad, and a trainer for teachers and teachers in the classroom, right? Okay. So I've seen many teaching tools come and go, and now AI is growing very quickly in ways we've never seen before. Okay, by the way, guys, we live in a digital age. Of course, these students are linked to their gadgets and internet. No offense, either we and especially me, we are attend the first cyber campus in Indonesia, which requires us to be aware of developments, right? Yeah. So now we are not just discussing with Mrs. Wulan about AI, but we also want to hear from Mrs. Wulan about how to use AI tools for language educations. Okay, everyone, after that, prepare your hearts and minds, be good listeners, and prepare your best questions. Let's warmly welcome Mrs. Wulan Rahmatunisa, M.Pd, to present her presentation. I warmly invite you.
Thank you very much. Dita, ya. Okay. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable, the Head of International Office, and also the President of AsiaCALL, Bapak Lala Bumila PhD. Oh, the President, Prof. Andrew. Okay, thank you. And distinguished guests, Prof. Hasan, Prof. Ho, Prof. Samim, and Prof. Made. Yeah. Welcome to this workshop. Honestly, I'm very nervous. Ladies and gentlemen, as Dita said, I teach also. I am lecturer, but I never do the presentation in front of professor, distinguished speaker, distinguished guest here. So I'm quite nervous now. But then thank you very much for joining this workshop here. I hope this workshop will be beneficial, fruitful, and also we can take a lot of knowledge from this agenda. And let's start with the light activity. Okay, here is the quiz related to AI. I'm going to show you AI emojis. Okay, and each set represent the notion of what AI which is related to language education. Okay, and your task is to answer to guess, yeah, by raising your hand or to discuss with the persons next to you. Okay, let's start, everyone. Here you go. From this emoji, what can you guess? What kind of AI related to language education is it? There is brain and bubble, just like bubble comment that we find in bubble comment. Anyone? Can you guess? So for the first slide, it will be a bonus. So here you go. It is AI assisted speaking practice. Yeah? Okay. Can you follow me? Okay, let's see next picture. Okay, what is it about? What kind of AI is it? Anyone? Please. Writing. Okay, let's see the answer. Excellent. Yeah, it is AI writing support. Yeah. Of course, distinguished speakers already acknowledge this. Okay, next slide. What kind of AI is it? What kind of picture is it? In the first, we see a whiteboard or green board. Teacher. So it is related to teacher. What kind of AI is it? Teacher. It is, yes, okay. So here is the answer. Great. AI for designing material or to support teacher. Yeah. Thank you, Bu. Okay. Students, on the back, you also have the same opportunity to answer. So what kind of AI is it? Related to speaking and listening. Okay, good. AI for pronunciation and listening feedback. Yeah, okay. So everyone is ready. Yeah, so you already know a lot of AI, yeah? What kind of AI is it? The picture is so, yeah, game. Yeah. We play game in the old time by using PlayStation, yeah, using this kind of stick. So it is AI language learning games. Okay, just like Kahoot and so on. Okay, what about this? The globe, the bubble, and also just it looks like smartphone. Anyone can guess? Travelers, can you guess? For those who like to travel, you perhaps need this. AI translation tools, yeah. When I go to China, okay, I do need this. I will download this. The last one, please. Kamati, AI with this kind of emoji, it is deng deng. Asking AI when we don't know something. Do you always ask AI if you don't something? Yeah. Can you mention what kind of specific AI? Yeah, a lot of ChatGPT. Wow, many things. So actually, I don't need to explain any workshop related to AI in language education, yeah, because everyone here is already master. Thank you very much for the ice breaking. Okay, now let's welcome to the main discussion of our workshop. In my discussion here, because of the great ice breaking that we already conducted, I'm sure that everyone already know about the definition. So it's not the time to talk about the definition first, yeah. Why AI matters? Let's make AI as our partner, yeah. As some literature review also prove this, we can make comparison when our mother at the past in cooking rice, it needs a lot of time, it needs a lot of step, yeah, just in boiling, heating, theming, okay. But then we can have a magic comb. A magic, it is also called magic, yeah, because it looks like a magic. In a short time, the rice can be ready to be eaten, to be served for our meals. But I also experienced when I was an elementary school, my mother do a lot of stuff in cooking rice. Perhaps the professor acknowledged the word nyupan, sangku, ngakel, even in our mother serving the rice, yeah, they need to do a lot of things. Because of that, the mother cannot spend a lot of time in accompanying the children's development. But because of the magic jar, magic comb, now the mother, okay, can join the parenting, yeah, the education session for being a better parents, yeah, because they can leave the midwives thing behind because of the tools. That's why in language education, we also have to treat AI as our partner. We don't need to be fear of the existence. We can just utilize it, treat it as our partner so we can dig or explore more beyond the language education that perhaps still a mystery until now, because we spend a lot of time in administration, yeah. We spend a lot of time in so many technical things that we can now have a partner which is called AI, yeah. So we don't need to talk about the definition anymore, yeah, because I'm sure everyone here is already an expert in the definition, yeah, such as ChatGPT, yeah. Some students already mentioned about this, and every time perhaps you use this to find what you don't know, yeah. How many episodes, for example, of particular drama that you like in Netflix? Yeah, you can find it on ChatGPT now. You don't need to buy a newspaper and having a long queue for this. Yeah, wait for so long for a particular thing that you like by using AI. Okay, Microsoft Copilot also now streamline lesson planning, material adaptation, and assessment creation, freeing educator to focus on meaningful interaction and creative pedagogy. That's the essence of AI for language education. So we can have more time as a teacher as a student also, more time to do a lot of meaningful things rather than doing administration. Okay. Yeah. So here are the foundation, the three foundation in understanding AI and the ethical use. Yeah, what is AI? The terms already mentioned before, and the ethical consideration. Still, we are the controller for this. Yeah, human have to still do the critical, to criticize the critical issues including plagiarism, detection, yeah, data privacy, compliance, and responsible AI development in classrooms to protect learner. So we shouldn't just let our students use AI by themselves. We still need to lead them how to utilize, how to use, because AI cannot substitute, yeah, the role of teacher. Still the teacher have a big part, important part in utilizing the AI. Yeah, you mentioned ChatGPT, but here we need prompts, yeah. Anyone know prompts? Prompt? The familiar terms that being viral now, for example, when you use Gemini, yeah, to change your photo, when you have never visited Korea, but then you can use Hanbok by using Gemini gitu, to change your face, yeah, in front of Eiffel Tower, for example, yeah. But you need to learn also the prompt. The prompt here can be used in language education for differentiated lesson plan, yeah, because not all students in the same class have the same background, has the same category or characteristics. So teacher needs a lot of time to prepare for the fit material in differentiated students category. Okay, and in generative formative writing feedback at scale, For example, when we have a big number of students in several class, so this can be our partner to check students' writing. Then it can customize also content to diverse proficiency level. Still, yeah, the teacher should control how to use the ChatGPT, because the language in ChatGPT is different from human language. Yeah, teacher can differentiate. Also, teacher have to learn. Yeah, not only students, teacher also have to learn, because perhaps the students right now nowadays is smarter than the teacher. They can utilize AI better than the teacher. So teacher also have to develop every single day. Yeah, perhaps you are smarter than me in utilizing AI. Yeah, in using ChatGPT is not only asking something, but you can go further. For example, you already visualize it into a form of video. Yeah, Gen Z now. Yeah, Gen Z is the recent generation. You know, the Gen Z know better than us. Me. You are Gen Z. Yeah, okay. And Microsoft Copilot also can be partner. So this is the two familiar AI tools that I mentioned. When I mentioned a lot, all AI, the time is not enough. So I only pick the most familiar AI, yeah, that students now already use. In Microsoft Copilot, you also can download it on your WhatsApp. So you can chat Microsoft Copilot on your WhatsApp chat. In Indonesia, WhatsApp is being used spreadly, Prof. So every day you can just click the Microsoft Copilot asking something here. If you cannot access the internet, you can use Copilot. Yeah. Okay. So, I forgot to click the next slide. Yeah. And here is the expanding toolkit. I mentioned before the Google Gemini, okay, yeah, and Perplexity for research. For your information, it integrates seamlessly with Google Docs, Slides, and Classroom, simplifies dense academic text, and supports multilingual learners through real-time translation and comprehension support, just like translation tool, yeah, that we guessed in the previous quiz. And Perplexity and Netbook large language model, it empower research workflows. So it's not only in classroom, but you can also deals with several research related to AI, level text for target proficiency, and build carefully scaffolded lesson aligned with curriculum standard and learning objective. Yeah. Here are some designing engaging AI enhanced activities, but it will be delivered in detail more in Miss Nia's session. I'm just going to share the real world success stories and evidence. Yeah, here are the three real world success stories related to AI. The first, it is in TESOL's AI workshop, teaching English for students of other languages in Indonesia, yeah, also can be called at TESOL. The 5 days intensive program where educators report significantly increased efficiency and confidence integrating AI into daily teaching practice. It is also proven in several journal articles in Cambridge University Press Research. The evidence highlight AI's multifaceted role as writing assistant, conversation partner, and personalized tutor improving learner motivation and outcomes. Also in classroom impact, the proven outcomes can be seen on several recent article journal. AI tools enhance motivation and measurable language proficiency gains across diverse learner population and contexts. Okay, yeah. So here is the slide. Here is also one of my research related to AI. The below participant also comes from this university. I did the research related to AI integration in pronunciation class. Dita is also one of the participants, Farah and friends, thank you very much. I did in this research in 5 universities in Indonesia, in UIN, SSC, in Unisa, S.Pd.I Jakarta, IIC, and in Uniku, also in Universitas Muhammadiyah Kuningan, on how they utilize the flow speak and Elsa speak in enhancing their pronunciation. They technically can download it on Android, yeah, or Windows. The tools can help them personally to enhance their pronunciation, because the direct correction, yeah, perhaps in pronunciation class, students are shy to share, students are shy to speak up. They seems to be introvert in speaking class, because they don't like the direct feedback, because they don't want to be seen slow learner in front of their friends, for example, so they can be helped by this kind of AI. The direct correction, for example, what we can get from Elsa Speak can correct students' pronunciation directly, but the owner or the user is the only one who can know the result. So they don't need to feel shy anymore in front of their friends. It really helps a lot, and the result also show significant impact towards the post-test in utilizing Elsa Speak and Flow Speak in their class. I also submit my research here to College AJ. I do hope my journal is accepted, published in College. Thank you. Yeah, so here also will be explained more in Ms. Nia's presentation session. Let's jump to the future-proofing your language teaching practice. Yeah, I mentioned one of my research related to AI, and my research won the grant from the government, because the trend, yeah, in Kemendikti Saintek right now in fundamental research, which is prioritized. One of them is utilizing AI. Yeah, and I'm so lucky for having this grant. Yeah, because I can go around Indonesia in doing several research regarding AI. So if you are willing to do some research, yeah, or perhaps to only get the fund from the government, we can also utilize the fund from the government. You can choose AI, because it is now becoming the trend, yeah, in the supervisor point of view. Okay. So last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the last slide. Here is your homework. Yeah. What you need to do after this is to do a collaborative, is to take AI as collaborative partner, yeah, as a partner that empowers both teachers and learners to achieve ambitious language goals. How? By doing experiment with AI tools. Yeah, at least you have to download the application first. If you cannot afford to pay the premium one, you can just download the trial, yeah, and it is free for you. Everyone here, I'm sure, already have the Android, yeah, you can easily access on a Play Store or App Store. Adapt your existing materials, yeah, you can also share with your friends, share with your colleagues, and share your experience with colleges and network, okay? And lastly, the continuous learning, you have to join, yeah, the upcoming workshop, yeah, especially the tomorrow workshop, which will be had tomorrow, how to utilize AI, the challenge and also benefit, because everything has two sides, yeah. AI also has benefit things and also challenge that we have to manage. Yeah, pursue professional development, boot camps, and access the open access resource to stay at the forefront of innovation. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Wulan. Very insightful, right? All right. Okay, guys. Maybe now we move to the Q&A sessions. For each session, we'll open for 3 questions. We'll give 3 people a hands to ask question. If we are having the first time, we would like to open the next sessions again. Okay, if everyone is willing, I will count until we get 3 to raise their hands to ask questions. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, baru 1 Miss. Kayaknya yang lainnya masih masih deep reflection. Si deep
But
reflection.
I don't expect any question because we have expert here. Yeah. we should just ask them. And by the way.
Okay. Question.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunities. I want to ask, considering the rapid evolution of AI tools, now can we ensure that Google Gemini's simplified translation and summaries do not lead to oversimplification or loss of critical academic nuances? That's all for me.
Please mention your name and also grade. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Siva Hansarumaisa. I'm from third semester in UINSC Cirebon.
Excellent. The third semester is excellent, just
same.
like you. Yeah.
He is
As
my
the-
classmate.
Yeah.
Siva, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Okay. Thank you, Siva
Yeah, thank you
Hansa,
so
for the
much for the-
question. It's
yes.
very beautiful question. Okay.
Should I answer it directly?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Shiva, for the question. I'm not the expert, so I'd like to just answer in my opinion, in my point of view. Yeah, the AI trans tool in Google, yeah, that we have, will it decrease the meaningful of the meaning of translation class? Oh yeah, it could be the consideration from our Ministry of Education or the stakeholder who create the curricula on how the translation class will be conducted in English department, for example, especially in English department. Because in translation class, it's not the time for us to just translate from Indonesian to English, English to Indonesian anymore. The teacher, if they have big number of students, they cannot even prevent the use of trans tool in translation class if the test or the goals of translation class is only to make students to be able in translating. It need more consideration. For example, teacher need to conduct the final paper in translation research. The students in approximately we got translation class in 5th semester. Have you got translation class? Oh, 3rd semester you already got translation. Excellent. In Universitas Kuningan, translation class is being is taken in the 5th semester for you. If I'm not mistaken. The 3rd semester is already given translation class, so the purpose, the goals of the lesson plan also could be changed, because of the development of AI. Because teachers also need to develop every single day. A lot of AI are being produced every day, and we cannot prevent the phenomena. So teachers have to adapt this, changing the curriculum. Please, if there is additional.
Thank you for your answer. Thank you for your question. I think that's a good question. Not just here in Indonesia, but in Vietnam, we also have this question. The students who major in translation, interpretation, they said that, should we learn translation anymore? Or how about the job market? In the future, no more job for translator. And I think maybe we just put in this way. For example, the boss of a company, when he get an email, he can translate by the Google just to read roughly. It is okay. But if he asks someone to translate one letter to the customer, should he use AI translate and send directly? Maybe not, because it is not safe, right? The boss needs to be careful. So what does it mean by to be careful? He needs to check sentence by sentence the meaning of what he wants to express. and he's the boss, he might not need enough time to check everything. So maybe he need a translator. So a translator today might be different from a translator in the past that we learn in different way. We learn how to check the information correctly, exactly, or at least more efficiently. So in that situation, we come back to our classroom. We might not teach or learn translation like before. Before in Vietnam, we give the student a sentence, translate from English to Vietnamese or Vietnamese to English. But now I don't think it works. But we are, as a teacher, right, we still use Google Translate. That is also AI or ChatGPT. The way we don't just let it be. After translation, we read, we check, we read, we check, we change. In that way, we teach our student the same way that we are doing, because the way we do is efficient translation. So maybe we change the way of teaching and change the way of learning in the era of AI. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, let's give applause, guys. Thank you, Miss Wulan, and thank you for Sir Bumblebee Hope for the adding answer. Okay, maybe by the way, Miss, I think if have remaining time, so sambil nunggu yang lain bertanya, mungkin I want to ask you something also, maybe you are also, and then that ever mentioned AI using to a lot of our daily activities, right? So yet many of us feel more exhausted. So not less after adapting new tools. In your experience, what are the early warning signs or tanda bahaya gitu kalau that we've crossed from collaboration with AI into dependency gitu? Yeah, right, Miss.
Who will answer this question?
Yes.
Do you ask me or the expertise? Because I'm not expert also, going to answer this in using my opinion, in my point of view. Yeah, AI has two sides, yeah, the challenge and the benefit. We also shouldn't let the students, yeah, blatantly use AI by themselves. We have to control it several times. That's why teacher also need to learn, yeah, more than the students. Just by joining this workshop, joining the conference, yeah, it's not only for students, yeah, actually, but then for the teacher, yeah, who are teaching now. I'm sure you are the future teacher, already acknowledge AI, so you will be the better teacher in Indonesia. I do hope so. By having this challenge, yeah, you say when students will be lazy, for example, they will left the homework to the AI, for example. So it will also lessen their critical thinking. In my opinion, the teacher here need to develop, because the composition of essay, for example, which is made by ChatGPT is different when the students made it by themselves, which sounds, yeah, or seems humanized, yeah. By using AI, it is so structured, organized, yeah, perfect, yeah. We can, I say, suspect the students' work, yeah, by having this. But then it's a big task for Indonesian, not only Indonesian teacher, but also teacher around the world, yeah, by having this challenge. So the teacher must develop every single day. Yeah, perhaps the expert would like to contribute to the answer, please, Prof. Yeah, Prof. Thank you.
as I mentioned, I'm not a classroom teacher, but what you shared just now is very interesting for me. I have yet to see classroom teachers in action, in full action of using AI in their classrooms for teaching language, though I've seen quite a bit on teaching oral skill. Yeah? But what I like to come back to is what you said about using AI, everything is so organized, super organized, perfect vocabulary, even bombastic vocabulary, ya, vocabulary yang tak pernah orang gunakan. Hah? Ya? Yang jarang-jarang kita gunakan. Betul? Ya? Jadi, for me, is that the humanizing aspect is very important. So when students use AI to assist them in their writing, it could be one that generates ideas, but the actual writing comes from them, because then you see the actual process of going from generating an idea that is AI assisted and then developing that idea using their own approaches, their own thoughts, and then getting AI to assist to help them perhaps correct their grammar. Yeah? And often I find that when I myself use AI, I keep telling AI I don't like the language you use. For example, it's too formal, it's too maybe not real. You understand? It's so clean. Yeah? So the humanistic aspect comes in. Also, like for example, when you talk about writing, AI can't write according to the cultural nuances that every different culture brings into their writing. Yeah? Asians, in particular, when they write, they like to tell stories before they come to the point. Yeah? But if you use AI, AI gives you the points directly. So you don't, so it's not really your thoughts, it's not your own thinking. Jadi, for me, the cultural aspects of writing should stay. So you can use get the student to write without AI. You get an idea first. You can use AI to assist you to think of an idea. Sometimes students need that kind of help. They'll be looking at the floor, the ceiling, everywhere for an idea. So AI can assist in that way, then get them to write it semula jadi, according to what they have been doing, right? It doesn't matter even if it's bilingual, they're translanguaging even in their writing, it does not matter. But then they can see from there how you can use AI to transform that piece of writing into what is acceptable within the context of English and so on and so forth. So that's how I see how AI comes in, because, and I think this is where the teachers' readiness to engage with AI in terms of how to design tasks and material that will include the humanistic aspects of learning, and of course through the transformation of technology. That's a sharing. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the comprehensive explanation, Prof. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Thank you, Prof. Sabim Graphically. Okay, all right. From that, so we can know this has really opened my eyes, because before that I see the AI is for everything. Just make a simple in daily activities. Maybe when I want to cook, I just ask to AI. When I want to something a lot, I just ask AI. But we know that how to use AI tools, she showed to us how to stay human, not plakati-plak gitu ya. Iya, plakati-plak dari AI while using them. Okay. Maybe for the all my friends having the questions? All right, maybe it's one questions. Okay, for the, yes, you are in beside. Yes.
Okay, good afternoon. So my name is Baby Farhana Lamagining Tunggain. I'm from TBI 3A also. And by the way, from the Philippines, and I am one of the international students here. So my question about you, ma'am, is you highlighted the importance of ethical considerations, especially plagiarism, detection, and data privacy. So how can we as a ELT student and future educators guide our students to use AI responsibly without becoming overly dependent on it? As we all know, there's a Data Privacy Act about plagiarism. And is it considered plagiarism or plagiarizing the work of AI without saying that the work of it is not from the real author or not a real work? Is it still plagiarizing? Can you answer about it? Because I'm too curious about it. Thank you.
Pardon, your name is Benny.
Yes.
Pardon? Namanya siapa? Pardon, you are baby ya? Baby from?
Philippines.
Philippines. Okay, Philippines. Thank you very much for your question. I'm also confused to answer this because AI, as we see here, can be the plagiarism also can be may I say, defeated by AI. The Trinityn, for example, the teacher also have to utilize another AI to check plagiarism, in my point of view. So the teacher should not be left behind. When the students is smarter than the teacher, so the teacher have to develop. They have also find another tools, to check the plagiarism. For example, now people are generated AI who can detect the students who cheated on their exam. Okay, so technically, teacher can defeat the AI utilization by using AI too. Yeah. For example, in plagiarism checker, for have you ever heard about Trinityn, for example? In plagiarism checker, teacher also have to be able to utilize this. So that's my point of view from the basic information that I got from AI. If there is another opinion from the expert, you may contribute to this session, please. Prof.
Thank you so much, and I'm really enjoying the talk, so thank you so much. It is a very hard question to determine if AI is literally just plagiarizing in the work of the others. If you think about any person that also does work, let's think about a writer that writes or a producer that makes movies. A lot of humans also take inspiration from previous books that they've read or previous movies that they've seen. So even if you think about a human that is writing a new script, we always take inspiration from what's been done before. So it is a particularly hard problem to look at if AI that has access to previous work is generating new ones, whether that could be seen as plagiarism or is it actually generating new novel. Regardless, and I go also just connecting it to what you did before, to the question from before, we are at a stage that we have available AI tools. We're uncertain what they're going to look like 5 years or 10 years from now. We are uncertain how capable they're going to be in 5 to 10 years from now. So the best we can do, and this is what I tell my own students, is to make sure we get two things. We get foundational knowledge in the topics that you are developing knowledge in, language learning for most of you. And at the same time, be aware of the abilities and some of the limitations of the current AI systems so that you can evolve with them as they are evolving and you'll be best positioned to be in a position to contribute later to society. The example that you shared in terms of cultural behavior is a good example of something that we don't expect AI to be really good at in 5 to 10 years from now because they don't have enough data to learn from. We also know that they're not going to be good at developing human relationships and connecting with other students. So if you're thinking about your future progressions and your future developments, think about how you can use AI for your own development and capabilities. But at the same time, what niche considerations, what values can you bring such that they're not going to be easy to replicate with AI? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Okay, thank you very much for Professor Hasan Khasrafi. Yeah. Okay, maybe I think that's all. I think its time is over, right? Okay, from personalized protocols to ethical literacy, from calculus efficiency to quiet power of teacher-led control. So every example carried one message. AI is not here to replace the teacher's voice, but to amplify the teacher's attentions. Okay, let's give applause. Okay, thank you very much to Mrs. Wulan for being here, and thank you for all of the professors for for contributing. Yes, all right. And then, okay, so on behalf of the committee, I would like to thank you for your knowledge, directness, and the way you remind us that teaching language isn't about right wrong, but about being a presence. So I say thank you all participants for joining here. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Wulan. And then for saying your sessions, I'm Anandita Malashalwa Heriana, and I return to the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to Anandita for leading the discussion. And also really great thanks to Ms. Wulan and also all our distinguished guests for sharing your experience to us today.
Ladies and gentlemen, before coming to the next workshop session, we will now have a short break, and we'll please you to take this opportunity to relax and network with other participants. We will reconvene in approximately 15 minutes for the next session. Thank you.
California gold. You found a light in me that I couldn't find. So when I'm all choked up but I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Lovers in the night, poets trying to write. We don't know how to rhyme, but damn, we tried. But all I really know, you're where I wanna go. The part of me that's you will never die. So when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. Oh yeah, I don't wanna be just a memory, baby, yeah. Ooh, 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 so when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words, every time we say goodbye, baby, it hurts. When the sun goes down and the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way. When you look at me and the whole world fades, I'll always remember us this way. I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dream. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why. Without you, it's hard to survive. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heartbeat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel the static, and every
Honorable distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our workshop session is going to start in 5 minutes. So please prepare yourself and take your seats while enjoying the refreshment the committee provided. Thank you. Welcome back, all the distinguished guests, speakers, and also all the participants. We really hope you have enjoyed the break time.
We are now moving to the second session of today's workshop, presented by our second speaker, Ms. Sirniawati S.Pdi. MA from Universitas Muhammadiyah Cirebon, on the topic AI in Action, Empowering ESL Teachers to Thrive in the Intelligent Age. And the session will be moderated by Eka Fitrianingsih. Let us give a warm round of applause.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, teacher, researchers, and friends. Good afternoon and welcome back in the second session of the international workshop. So glad to see you here, everyone. And thank you to our first moderator, Anandita, and our first speaker, Miss Wulan. We've had a fantastic first session, and now it's time to dive even deeper into today's exciting theme, AI in Action, Empowering ESL Teachers to Thrive in the Intelligent Age. Okay, let me introduce myself first. I'm Eka Fitrianingsih, and you can call me Eka, guys. A student intern at the International Office of UINSC Bersyah Nurjati Cirebon. Today, I'm honored to be your moderator. And of course, I would not be complete without our amazing speaker. And please give a big round of applause for Miss Sirniawati, S.Pdi, MA. Stage is yours.
Check. Okay, it's working.
Okay, yes, before we start this session, honestly, I'm so nervous today because this is my first experience as a moderator of the international workshop. And I'm honored as a moderator for our amazing research person. She is Miss Sirniawati, S.Pdi, MA. Once again, please give applause for Miss Sirniawati. Hi, Miss Sirniawati. How are you today?
Hi, Eka. I feel amazing. Okay, it's great.
Yeah, it's normal. And
Thank you
how
for
does
having
it
me.
feel to be speaker at an international workshop today?
Well, actually, I'm feeling honored to be here, to be the speaker in front of all of you, and it's actually unexpected that this event is attended by the prominent figure of AsiaCALL. So welcome, professors, to Cirebon, to our beautiful city of Cirebon. I hope you enjoy your visit here.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here, Miss. Okay, friends, before we continue, let me ask guys, are you curious about our second speaker today? Okay, allow me to introduce her to audience, especially our invited guests who have attended from various countries. Miss Sirniawati is an experienced English teacher with over 6 years of teaching at universities of Indonesia. She teaches English as a foreign language, especially to first-year students, helping them improve listening skills using digital labs. She also designed tests to check student English levels when they start university. She managed the EFR program at Universitas Muhammadiyah Cirebon and helped train future teachers through the Campus Mengajar program, a national initiative to support school education. She studied in Indonesia for her bachelor's degree and even went to New Zealand to earn her master's in teaching English to speakers of other languages.
She's practical, caring, and knows how to use technology like AI to make English learning better and more human. Wow, thank you for that impressive journey. We're truly honored to have you with us today. And now let's talk about something we all feel every day. Our students are always on their phones, always online, and always connected. And honestly, so are we as a student of Indonesia First Cyber Campus. I can truly relate. We have to keep up with technology. And today, Ms. Sirniawati will share with us how we can use AI in language teaching, not to replace us, but to help us teach better, smarter, and even more humanly. So please listen with an open heart. Take notes if you want, and get ready to ask questions later. And let's give her another warm welcome as she begins her talk.
Check. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, Eka, for doing a great introduction of me. I really appreciate it. And please call me Miss Nia. So I'm here being invited by Mr. Lala. Thank you very much, Mr. Lala, and thank you for the professors coming here in front of us all. I hope that from my slides, from my presentation, we can learn something new, or maybe we can discuss something that is important. So AI in action, empowering ESL teachers to thrive in the intelligent age. Navigating the digital frontier in your classroom. So I choose this based on the topic given by the committee, but also I relate, it's really related to my experience, my research. So I've been teaching actually for more than 5 years here in Indonesia, and then suddenly the COVID hit us, and we have to quickly adapt to the technology. So I am actually new to the technology, and I was being forced to use the technology. So I felt like it was really overwhelming, especially during the pandemic, to teach English. And we have digital media and everything that supposed to help us, but probably at that time we still have limited knowledge. So yeah, I decided to present this to you. Oh, okay, so let me begin this presentation, everyone. Can you help us? Okay, it's here. Okay. Well, I think to be more interactive, I will go to your side, everyone. Excuse me. So, I need to ask you some question first. Just want to know that I think we have no doubt for the professors here, but okay, for the participants, have you ever used AI? Yes, of course. Okay, I forgot. Excuse me, can you pass that? Okay, thank you. How often do you use it? Like in a day? Always, all the time? Always. Every time you have, can you fill the blank? Every time I have blah, blah, blah? Yes, every time. Okay. What kind of AI do you use? Can you give me the example? I'm sure that you all have your mobile phone. And what kind of AI do you use on that very handy gadget that you have? For example, ChatGPT and okay, and then Gemini. Okay. Okay, many AI. Well, actually, the market of AI is growing right now, so you can mention endless actually. What do you use it for? Okay, for assignments, and what else? For? Plan. Okay, for planning, for doing your assignment. For personal use? Yes, to be your friends, for example. If you feel lonely, something like that. Okay. So, Ibu Wulan actually have explained that about AI and how we supposed to use it, and how AI will help us in the classroom. So AI is the simulation of human intelligence in a machine program to think and learn like human. So it's like human, but it's not. It's like you talk to someone, but it's not. So our new skill, how to be friends with AI. Just like we want to be friends with other person, we also need to introduce ourselves. We need to communicate. We need to tell the AI to do something or what. So knowing how to communicate effectively with the machine will be great. So we know how to function that really well to help us. So as Ibu Wulan said, we need to be friends. We need to be ally with AI. We need to use it. Okay. So we do not let the AI do everything for us, but we collaborate with it. So combining our human unique creativity with AI to achieve what we want in the classroom. So let's be friends with AI. Okay, so here are the answers from the classroom, and also your answers are also valid. It can be used to generate idea, create lesson plans, activities, quizzes, check assignment, Google things to train you. For example, my student use AI to train her or himself to check the writing, for example. So my students learn how to use AI to improve her writing, IELTS writing. So AI become his trainer, IELTS trainer. And your answer, to plan, to do your assignment, to do brainstorming, for example. If you're stuck with your assignment, you can just have a chat with AI. Okay. Right, so why we use AI, especially English language teachers? I'd like to use this framework, S.Pd.I, situation, problem resolution, and evaluation. I do not put should because I just want to be careful. It's up to us whether we want to use it or not, but if we want to use it, we have to use it responsibly. Okay, so here is the situation that is happening in our country. So our life is already familiar with AI, with digital things, with the phone on your in your hand like all the time. So I think we are becoming the native of the digital age, something like that. So in Indonesia, we have the vision that in 2045, we have golden 2045 vision. What's the name? Generasi Indonesia. Ya, generasi emas ya. So we also see that the government try to improve the infrastructure to keep up with the digital technology and everything in the classroom. Here, for example, we have the cyber university where you are facilitated as a student to use the technology. And also, probably you see the news from the schools in Indonesia that the government tried to improve the infrastructure by trying to complement the classroom, like the whiteboard, into the interactive board. Do you know what is interactive board? It's like this, but we put it inside the classroom. I don't know, maybe you call it other names, but yeah. Okay, so growing digital infrastructure supports AI adoption, growing interest in leveraging AI for educational improvement. So as other tools, AI is supposed to help us to do our work so that we cannot be like overwhelmed, and support personalized learning and institutional management. So these are the situation, the current situation, especially from the government. They put billions rupiah to build the infrastructure to support the digital infrastructure. So what is the problem? So we have problems. Actually, I have done the research for this, where the teacher actually have the positive attitude towards the digital development, that they can use AI or other digital tools inside the classroom, but ESL teachers' lack of training and confidence in AI integration, difficulty in personalizing learning and maintaining student engagement, and carrying the varied proficiencies and learning styles is resource intensive, excessive administrative task and lesson planning burden, and then the differences or the gap between the tech proficiency and effective pedagogical strategy. So we actually heard a lot of the problems that teachers, they have the burden in their works and also inside the classroom, because in Indonesia, when we teach English, we don't teach English based on the level, and the students' motivation relatively low. So we teach the student based on their age. We actually plan the level of English that student must possess, but sometimes the reality is not as beautiful as the plan from the government, right? Okay, so that's the problem to sum up. So let's respond this positively. Let's define teacher's role first. So teacher in Indonesia, usually it's like one-man show where the teacher takes care of everything. We have a lot of work or tasks before teaching, while teaching, and also after teaching. So when we use AI, we hope that AI will help us with the daily tasks so that we can focus more on our students and give the high quality of teaching. And also, with AI, we also hope that we can be the facilitator and also mentor for our students. So it's not only the teacher talking here, although the research that I read that the teacher will do at least 50% of talking inside the classroom, but I hope that AI can help teachers to be the facilitators or mentors. Okay, so let's do hands-on enable practical AI tool application. We'll do it later. And I hope that you can also interact with us and use that, and also tell us what's the result. I know that you already use your AI, but let's see if you use it together. We will see whether the response will be the same or not. So we'll see. Okay. Like Ibu Wulan has said before, that we have a challenge and also opportunities, especially this is the open source that we use. We give our resource, our data to the other party, so we need to be careful of that. So we need to proactively addressing ethical consideration in data privacy. And we use AI for enhanced efficiency and also personalized learning, and also developing responsible implementation strategies. So be careful of what you put on the AI. Do not put like sensitive or privacy or something. Especially when you teach, when you are a teacher, be careful with putting your students' data to the AI. Okay, so for personalized learning, I often use AI as my assistant because I'm already have many works, so I ask AI to help me. It's really helpful because I'm teaching English. I actually more than 3 classes, and they have different levels of English. They have different majors, so they study different topic of English. So through AI, I can create adaptive learning platforms for my students. Depends on their topic, depends on the activity that they will do in the classroom. And also sometimes I use the AI feedback, and also I ask AI to make assessment for my students. And also I can do differentiating instruction with AI. So to sum up, so we as a teacher will lead the class, and we have AI as our assistant to help us. And we have our student also to create something using AI, so that our learning or teaching process will be more interactive. Okay, so I want to focus on one, but there will be similar AI. This is only ChatGPT, but you can use this also to another AI, and you can also adjust your prompt. Okay, so interactive language practice. It can be used for writing improvement, homework assistant, customized learning material, or it can give you cultural insights and accessibility and inclusivity. So it's up to you that use it. So I think we will skip this. Okay, so this is the real practice in the classroom. As a teacher, we can create our lesson plan, learning materials, quiz, or learning media, for example. Okay, now let's go how to prompt using ChatGPT so that we can maximize our result. So can the AI or the ChatGPT or other tools can help you. So this is the definition, prompt. So the prompt is very important because that's the AI will respond. So be as clear as possible. Prompts are your input into the AI system to obtain specific result. In other words, prompts are conversation starters. What and how you tell something to the AI for it to respond in a way that generates useful responses for you. Can you give me example of your prompts, for example? Can you give me the example of your prompts? answer this question. Do my assignment. Is that? What is your prompt? Can you share with us, for example? Okay. Anyone want to share? That's fine. We will try to use the prompt to help, especially in language teaching. Okay, this is actually the basic pattern that you can write when you ask your AI to do something. There must be a role, there must be action that the AI should do, and the context, give the example to be precise, and the format. It's related to teaching actually. So how did it go? Let's see the example. Okay. This is the example on how you can write your prompt to your AI. For example, you are an ESL teacher. For me, I would specify, for example, you are an ESL teacher in social science major, for example, yeah. Or you are English language teaching department student. Action. Create a short reading text and comprehension questions for beginner students. For example, I use this to help me to generate short reading text. And for example, the students are junior high school learners in Indonesia. They're learning about daily routine. The reading passage should be easy, clear, and culturally relatable. And also example, a sample idea. Ayu wakes up at 5 a.m. She helps her mother, quote unquote. But you will create your own original version. And format, you will follow that with assignment or task. So you write, please provide. So this is actually the end actually is the most important, what the AI should do. Short reading text, how many words? Multiple choice questions, the answer key. I actually want you to try to put this prompt to your AI, but would that be possible? Do you have your AI on your phone? Yes. Could you please try? Eka, could you please, do you have your phone with you? Yes. Okay. Could you please try to put the prompt? I'm just curious that what your AI will give you. So, will AI will respond the same? Will AI will give the same answer or not? Maybe. If you can try to put the prompt, that will really great. Okay, I'll give you maybe 5 minutes to type the prompt and try. I hope that you can try the prompt and let's see. And after that, we use opportunity to discuss and to compare the answer from the AI. If you have finished, and then just click the enter button to see what's the answer. Finished, Eka? Really? What is the answer? What is the answer? Yes, girls. Okay. Everyone, if you can share your answer with your friends next to you, that would be great. Jadi coba. Ya, terlalu kecil ya. Let me see from Eka. What is the answer from your AI? Okay. So the text is, Ayu wakes up at 5 a.m. to the soft glow of dawn filtering through her window. Right. Very robotic. Sure. Okay. Right. Ayu is a student in grade 7. Every morning she wakes up at 5 a.m. When the alarm rings first, she makes her bed neatly. Okay, great. What does Ayu wake up every morning? What is the first thing? Okay, thank you for sharing. So, can I see your result? Yes. What is that? Okay, so the text from, okay, the name is Mira. Mira wakes up at 6 a.m. every morning. She takes a shower and eats breakfast. She usually eats bread and drinks a cup of tea. After breakfast, she walks to school. Her school starts at 8 a.m. Okay, great. So that's the result from different prompt. Actually, the prompt that I provided you, do you want to try to share? Okay, sure. Ayu is a grade 7 student who lives in Bandung. Every morning, she wakes up at 5 a.m. and helps her mother prepare breakfast. After that, she takes a quick shower, gets ready for school. Okay. Nice. Okay, thank you very much for sharing your result. Actually, there's a problem with this prompt. Can you spot? Yeah, well, actually, this is the general prompt that we can use. If you want to specify, you just need to put specific words or action. For example, we do not put the level of English here. So the students are intermediate, beginner, or advanced student. Or the level. If you familiar with the CEFR levels of English, we have A1 till C1, yeah, to describe the level of the student's English proficiency. Okay, we will explore more the prompt. Okay, be patient with technology. It happens sometimes, but that's okay. Okay, so how's it going? Okay. I also have another general prompting where you can use and also adapt and also adjust to your context. We have context or role, the topic, the lesson duration. This is more specific, so we put the duration. This is especially helpful if you also want to create lesson plan. So the AI will tell us the step by step how you will do that 90 minutes of learning in the classroom, what you have to do, what the students do, or if you want to ask the AI to generate a scenario with your student, the conversation, AI also can do that for you. The components, the style level, this is more specific than before. Prompt. Okay. This is also another example of prompting where you want to teach for skills. So as English teacher, we usually teach English based on 4 skills because we want to enhance the communicative skills of students. So this can be your prompt. We have topic, lesson duration, warm-up activity, and so on and so on. So it's really nice, right, to have AI with us, especially me as a teacher. So I just want to share with you how AI is really helpful for us as teacher. Okay, so those are the practical example of how we use ChatGPT and other AI tools to help us as a teacher inside the classroom. But we have to pay attention to as well to the ethical considerations and also challenges. As Ibu Wulan said, we have to secure our privacy and also other people's privacy and also the data of other people. So we have to be careful if you put something personal to your AI, because it will take away from you. It will belong to the AI, not yours anymore. And as a teacher, I usually use the AI to provide me help, assistance, how students can be interactive in the classroom. So yeah, human connection and interaction in the classroom. Actually, holistic student development, because we need human touch and also human personal experience inside the classroom. So don't let AI or any technology take it away from you. AI should complement, not replace the teacher. So what I am talking here right now is the AI as our assistant. So this is the third, actually, this is the government homework. Overcoming technological disparities, but it's also our responsibility to catch up with the digital update that we need to learn quickly. So sometimes we have limited technological infrastructure and gaps in technology, and that can be significant challenges for teachers in Indonesia. Okay, as I have said before, that teaching really a burden for teachers, mostly teachers in Indonesia. By using AI, I hope that we can thrive and also can support teacher well-being. Teachers already have problems outside of the classroom. So I hope that we can use AI to help us inside the classroom. So reclaiming control of the classroom and also reducing teacher workload, fostering professional growth, and building AI-supported community of practice. So we need others also to talk about it as well, to share our experience, to see if they have something. Okay, so AI tools for ESL, we have a pretty big data of that. Actually, if you just Google it, like Ibu Wulan also have shared about Elsa, about Flow, and also we have Fluently. If you know that for speaking, or for grammar, you have Grammarly. For pronunciation, we get Pronounce. For Quillbot for paraphrasing, And if you want to learn any language, you can go to Duolingo, you can download it for you. Yeah, so many tools. But these things we need to reflect before we use any AI tool. Its accessibility, user friendliness, inclusive and safe. What do you want to do? What was the outcome? So this is the framework I got from the British Council. You can download from the, actually if I click it from the Canva, the link will come up, will pop up, and I can follow the link. And actually there is an ebook from British Council about how to use the AI, especially inside the classroom, and I take this for us as evaluation. So in terms of accessibility, can you use it? Maybe if you download the app, sometimes it asks you to pay some money. That makes this inaccessible. So you try to download another app that that is free, for example. Is it free or offer limited but sufficient access? Have you got the device and software for the lesson? The rest, maybe you can read by yourself. So we have to evaluate the use of AI, the accessibility, how easy we find to use it, is it safe, and think again what we want to do. And also, what was the outcome? Okay, I think that's all from me, everyone. I hope that we can learn something, or maybe you can add something to discuss. Feel free to share. Thank you.
Well, please give applause for our speaker. Wow, thank you so much, Miss Nia. Our discussion today is so clear, so real, and so helpful. You reminded us that AI is just a tool, but we are the ones who make it meaningful. Now, we'd love to hear from you. We will open the floor for 3 questions. Let's start, guys, the Q&A session. Please raise your hand and mention your name. Okay, we have 2 questioners. Oh, I confused to choose one of them, and yeah, you, sister, yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Marsha Dwastari. I'm from class A. I'm from 3rd semester. So my question is, considering that student anxiety often severely limits the amount of speaking practice available in a traditional classroom, what is the most significant pedagogical advantage of using an AI speaking assistant, moving beyond the simple provision of real-time correction? Furthermore, how does this tool directly support the presentation's goal of fostering truly personalized feedback and elevated student confidence? Thank you.
Is it clear, the questions?
Yeah. Actually, it's for the application of AI to help speaking. Is that right? Okay. I will try to answer. Actually, this is closely related to Miss Wulan research about the speaking. So actually, Miss Wulan, if you can help the result of the research, I want to answer first. Maybe we can have the question and I answer. After that, we can open the floor again for the Q&A session, if I'm allowed to. So yes, speaking is considered the skills that you can, like people can judge your ability or your proficiency. Sometimes we can see if people proficient or not in English by their speaking. So speaking is considered superior skills than others, but on the other hand, speaking also that makes students most anxious. They have to perform, and also they have to use the foreign language, which in Indonesia, English is the status of English is other language. Especially here in small city like Cirebon, where people use English for studying. We do not have a place to practice English. Okay, so that's the reality, the background of it. So the students probably feel more anxious to do that skill, to do the productive skills, because you perform like live, real time as well, to expose your skills. And yeah, in the classroom, we usually have the interactive speaking session where we will practice our speaking in front of others. Usually, I have a strategy that students do not perform alone in front of others. That's really intimidating. I will begin my class or my speaking practice with less intimidating activity. For example, doing the speaking activity together, like everyone have to practice. And after that, I split into 2 big groups. After that, I split into 4. It's like a big group to progressing to the individual speaking practice. So inside of the classroom, I use that strategy to help my students to be less intimidated, so to speak. But in terms of using AI, actually this is an advantage for you, especially if you think that you are an introverted person. Probably you know that introverted person, they maybe do not go out or talk with other people very often. They want to just by her or himself. So using AI maybe can help to advance your speaking, to be your friends, to practice your speaking, where AI can, I think it depends on how you use it. You can use AI to correct your pronunciation so that you can have a clear pronunciation. Usually inside the classroom, based on my experience, students often exposed to the written text. They rarely exposed to the spoken text. So there is a gap between the knowledge of the writing of English with the speaking of English. So they still carry the Bahasa Indonesia or their native speaking into the English. So even though we have translation tools, we can write everything in Indonesian, and we, for example, for the speaking, we want to make a script for speaking. We write in Indonesian language and put it on AI and ask AI to translate it. But then the way we speak needs to be trained. So the AI doesn't come with the pronunciation sometimes, but it's actually does come. You can be trained with the pronunciation if you use it differently, but mostly students use the AI to speak only to translate their speaking script. So that's the problem. For speaking, actually, Ibu Wulan maybe want to share the how Elsa or Flo can help our students, so you can improve your pronunciation, something like that. Ibu Wulan maybe.
It will be explained in detail tomorrow. Thank you, Ms. Nia.
There will be more practical session on that about how to use AI, especially to improve your speaking. But if professors here, do you want to help me answering that question maybe? Or maybe you have another insight that you can share. But if not, then that's okay too. Maybe you're tired. I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Okay, so does that answer your question?
Okay, thank you so much, Miss. And for our invited guests, are welcome to share opinion, Prof. Okay, that's all. Okay, thank you, Prof. Oh, okay, sure, Miss.
Okay, do you want to go back to the slide?
Thank you. I'm learning too. Can you share with us your slide, the one where you had the prompt asking?
Okay, the operator, maybe can you help us to put the slide where I show the prompt or step by step how to write the prompt? Yeah.
You had a step-by-step prompt. That was great. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. But I picked up something, and I'm just wondering, maybe this is something we can think through together. Because I had this conversation with Hassan while I was sitting next to him. Yeah, where you have the role, the action, the context. Now, I was quite curious about when you look at the action and when you mention create a short reading text and comprehension question for beginner students. For me, as a language instructor, if I'm a language instructor, or if I'm on the outside, I would find that a little bit vague. So perhaps a clearer, sharper action might be better. It's specifically what type of beginner student that could help bring about better response. And then the context, interestingly, you're talking about junior high school learners, grade 7. They're learning about daily routine. But I'm a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to ChatGPT or when you have the word culturally relatable. Because I'm wondering whether AI is able to pick up, I think we had the discussion earlier, whether AI is able to pick up cultural nuances that's different. And I dare say, like in Indonesia, you have different areas, different regions where your culture, your daily habits, and your thinking as well would be very different. So I'm just wondering whether, if you collect quite a bit of your data, if you can turn this into a research actually, where you could actually collect as much data as possible, even from your other teachers and so on. And you could see perhaps the responses that you're getting and analyze those to see whether it's relevant within the context that you're teaching in. It's something that we all need to think about because I think we are all experimenting with AI. Even myself, I don't belong to this era. I'm just, I'm a grandma of whatever, and I sometimes think I'm a dinosaur in all these things. But yeah, I'm still green here, but I'm learning from you as well. But when I notice some of these things, I'm just wondering how we might be able to learn a lot more when we can do a little bit more research with all the prompts that we give out. And then I like the idea when you say, but you will create your own original version. That's interesting. You have a prompt, and then you're asking the prompt to help, and then you're also asking the students or your teacher trainees or whoever to develop original version. Might be, for me, you could structure instructions, but make them come up with the original first before you get AI to assist them further. Then that becomes another research where you see how it's been transformed and how AI then gives you feedback. Yeah, but just sharing. I'm looking at it from my perspective of what I've done in teacher education, but now looking at how I can position it within the context of AI. Okay? Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you to our questioners, and thank you so much, Professor, for sharing your insight. And once again, thank you, Ms. Sirniawati, for sharing your wisdom with us. And everyone, AI is a powerful tool that helps teachers teach better, not by replacing human care, but by making learning more personal, practical, and truly human. That's the heart of teaching, and that's why we are here. On behalf of the AsiaCALL 2020 web team, thank you for being present, for listening, and for caring. You've made this session special. Thank you and see you soon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you to Eka Fitrianingsih for leading the discussion. Also, great thanks to Ms. Sirniawati, S.Pd.I MA, for sharing your experience as well as from the distinguished guest.
That concludes our workshop session for today. We sincerely appreciate the insightful session from both our speakers, the honorable distinguished guest, and also the contribution from all the participants.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of today's sessions, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all speakers, moderators, and participants for making this pre-conference workshop a success.
May today's session inspire us to continue advancing in the field of language education, especially as we navigate the exciting world of artificial intelligence. Thank you so much for your kind attention and also active participation. We look forward to meeting you again tomorrow. On behalf of the committee, we wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you and see you tomorrow. Good afternoon, everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.